Welcome to Adighebza for Beginners, a language program designed for diaspora Adiga who want to learn their mother tongue. For more information, visit www.adighas.com. That's www.adighas.com. This is Lesson 2 of Adighebza for Beginners. This is Part A of Lesson 2. In this section, we'll be introduced to an Adiga dialogue. Speaking practice is important, so be sure to repeat out loud when instructed to do so. Don't worry if you have trouble, there's more practice available in Part B of this lesson. Imagine a conversation between two Adiga speakers. It might go something like this. Wibchajij fua, wawitsarjanti. Hawa, satsitsar zdiaj. Wawitsar aslan. Nta? Sazazgasa qopum sallukhwa. Mirarash awapasi wakakwash. Fadidash. Tapsha khorz izgasa qopur. Dapshidohu. In the next few minutes, you'll learn not only the meaning of this conversation, but also how to take part in it yourself. Aslan comes across someone he thinks he might know. He wants to wish him a good morning and ask whether his name is Janti. Listen and repeat out loud. Wibchajij fua. Wawitsar Janti. Did you notice the sequence of sounds in the word pshadjij? This is the word for morning. It's comprised of two syllables, pshad, jij. The first syllable ends with the d sound, like the one found at the beginning of the English word dark. The second syllable begins with the j sound, like the one in the beginning of the English word jazz. This word ends with a j sound, similar to the one found in the middle of the English word for treasure, only softer. Listen carefully and repeat. Pshad, jij. Pshadjij. Now we want to ask whether the person we think we recognized is named Janti. Listen and repeat. Wawitsar Janti. Let's put it all together, wish the other person a good morning, and ask whether his name is Janti. Listen and repeat. Wibchajij fua. Wawitsar Janti. The phrase for good morning literally translates to your morning good. Listen and repeat. Wibchajij fua. Were you able to make the soft sound at the end of the word for morning? Pshadjij. This is a common sound in Adighebza, and similar to, but distinct from, a second sound that we'll learn later. As it turns out, the other person's name is Ziad. He responds with, "No, my name is Ziad. Is your name Aslan?" Listen and repeat. Hawa, sasitsar Ziad. Wawitsar Aslan. First, the word for no. It begins with a hard H sound. This sound is not common in English, but can be found in the Arabic language. Listen and repeat. Hawa. And now the entire phrase. Listen and repeat. Hawa. Sasitsar Ziaj. Wawitsar Aslan. Aslan answers yes, and informs Ziad that he is looking for the study group. Just listen. Nta? Sazazgasa qopum sallukhwa. First, the phrase that means, this is it. This literally translates to this, that. There is no word for is in Adighebza, so we simply say this, that, meaning this is it. Listen and repeat. Mir arash. Ziad goes on to say, However, you came early. This literally translates to, however, early you arrived. Listen and repeat. Awapasu wakakwash. You might have noticed the phrase for you arrived, or wakakwash, ends with the ush sound. In Lesson 1, we learned that we add the ush sound to nouns and adjectives in order to answer in the affirmative or add emphasis. We see this sound in verbs when we place them in the past tense. The ash suffix is equivalent to the ed suffix in English and signifies the past tense. This is it, but you arrived early. Listen and repeat. Mirarash awapasu wakakwash. Upon learning that he is in the right place, Aslan emphatically says, "Great! How many are in the group?" Just listen. Fididdish. Dabsha khoriz rasa qupur. Fididdish. Dabsha khoriz rasa qupur. First, a phrase that means great. Listen and repeat. Fididdish. Remember the word f means good and didda means very. When we put them together, we get fididda, which means great. Because Aslan is answering emphatically, he adds the ish sound at the end of the word for very and says diddish. Now the phrase that means how many. Listen and repeat. Dabsha khora. We already learned the word for study and group. These are zizrasa and gup. The phrase gupum means the group, while the phrase gupur means in the group. Group, the group, in the group. Listen and repeat this sequence. Gup, gupum, gupur. Great! How many are in the group? Listen and repeat. Fididdish. Dabsha khorar zizrasa qupur. In response, Ziad says, there are 4 of us. To do so, he says, us 4 amount to. Listen and repeat. Dabsha tohu. We need to be a bit careful here. The word for 4 is p. It begins with the p sound, like the one found in the English words pitter and patter. The next sound is the sound ch. This is similar to, but different from the ch sound that we heard in the phrases for you speak, wapsasha, and I am looking, so shukhwa. Listen carefully. Sh. Wapsasha. You speak. Sh. So shukhwa. I am looking. Ch. Ch. 4. Remember, we learned the sh sound when we learned the phrase that means you speak, wapsasha. We make this sound by forcing air between our tongue and our side teeth. Listen and repeat. Sh. Wapsasha. To make the ch sound, we harden the previous sound. We do this by forcing the air in a more explosive manner. Ch. Ch. I know that was a lot to go through, but don't worry. We're now done with Part A. This concludes Part A of Lesson 2. Please move on to Part B for more practice. For more information on this and other Adiga language resources, please feel free to visit us at www.adighebza.com. That's www.adighebza.com.